Show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. Show me light, show me love. Make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my beautiful people. How are we doing today? I hope you are well. I'm so excited to be here again. It really is such a beautiful thing to have something to look forward to. And for me, it's kind of during the week, I do many different other things, and then comes the time to get prepared for the show and get inspired. And I work on it usually a lot on Tuesday when the rest of my week is full, and I'm always so hyped when Wednesday morning comes. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that I found something that inspires me and that I can share with you and hopefully inspire you on our inspirational beauty journey, right? All of us here, inspirational beauty. So today, man, we're still on our road to wellness, as you know, or you don't know if you're here for the first time. Welcome. Inspirational Beauty with Lulu-Lee, wellness, beauty, coaching, and everything that's in between. And this season, we're focusing more on wellness. So, we're speaking about many different angles of wellness. And today, I actually chose a subject that might be heavy, not might be, it is a very heavy subject, but I wanted to bring it from my personal experience and my personal perspective, and maybe kind of lighten it up a little bit. If you know anybody, today's episode is called Mind Diet. That's why I called my journey. I went to a journey not too long ago, but in general, like my whole life's journey with the relationship that I have with food. So if you know anybody that is maybe struggling with eating disorders, maybe having a relationship with food that, they might not be so happy about, or they're just trying to understand more, or maybe they know someone. Um, Today we're going to talk about eating disorders and mindful eating and the change between them. Let me know that you're here. Hello, hello, my halo. Thank you for being here. Please let me know that you're here. The chat is always live, especially today. I would love to hear from you and, kind of chat about your relationship with food. What is your relationship with food? It can be so many different things, especially eating disorders. It's such a big subject and a big concept. And when people think about it, they think right away on these huge two main ones, right? Anorexia or bulimia. Those are the two most familiar ones, but there are many layers to eating disorders. And it's important to me that we can touch on those and get an understanding of a deeper understanding on how it might look like in your life. Maybe you're going through something and you don't even know. So that's what we're here for. When I ask what is your relationship with food, I wrote a little, a few options: complicated, emotional, healthy, or we're cool. So you can let us know in the chat what your relationship with food is. You can choose one of these, or you can have your own. I'm sure you have your own. There's going to be a segment of In My Kitchen, too, in the kitchen with Lulu-Lee. I got a great dessert for you guys, 15 minutes, healthy, packed with protein, really no added, no refined sugars, vegan. It's really a great dessert. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. Got a couple of poems that I wrote through my journey, sharing with you some images of myself in my obesity days. I don't know, I don't even know if it was really obese, it was just very unhealthy. Um, and then really just talk about it, talk about the journey. So I want to start by saying what all of the above. Yes, I know, I feel the same way. All of the above, emotional, complicated, we're cool. So you know what, let me start by reading this short little poem I wrote many moons ago. Loving myself means loving my body. In color or black and white, I'm teaching myself to know that what I see when I look in the mirror should always feel perfectly right. This is why my teachings are my teachings, right? This is why layers of beauty and inspirational beauty are the integration of inner and outer beauty wisdom. That's why this is so important to me. That's why I feel like it's my life's mission, because I've really been through so many different layers of this challenging life's journey with food, and in general just loving myself, loving my body, being bullied, for how I looked in my younger years. I have the hourglass shape, I have the J-Lo booty, but before J-Lo it wasn't really in. Now it's the number one plastic surgery, the BBLs, everybody trying to get a butt lift, right? But back in my days, oh my goodness, I grew up in the heroin chic uh, time trend. So if you weren't size zero, girl, you're fat, you don't look good, we have a problem. If you don't look like Kate Moss, you're not beautiful. And it's hard when beauty is being taught to us or kind of influenced through media and movies, and what they show you an image of beauty to them, or what they want you to believe is beauty, and then we're here stuck with those narratives trying to live up to them, and start all of those problems and mental illness problems. How does one deal with stress eating? Good morning, Mr. Baker. I appreciate you for being here. I love you. Thank you. That's a great question. Uh, we'll get to that. It's mindset. It really is mindset. That's why Mind Diet is the name of this episode, because let me read you the internet definition of an eating disorder. An eating disorder is a mental disorder defined by abnormal eating behaviors that adversely affect a person's physical or mental health. I would add emotional health, 1000%. So, this behavior may include eating too much food or too little food, as well as body image issues. So I grew up in a home that food was the love language. Moroccan and Libyan house, Middle Eastern, there was always food, and there was always um, a notion that we have to eat what we are served, because we should be grateful for what we have. Other people don't. And I know I speak to people all the time, if it's friends, conversations, clients. Many of us grew up in the type of home that the parents told you you can't get off the table until you finish your plate, right? Which for them it made sense, because they wanted to make sure in 5 minutes you don't tell them you're hungry again, or you don't want to go to the junk and the desserts before you actually had the good food. But what it did, and this is me years of working and journaling and meditating and trying to figure out my constant relationship with food, is I think by not allowing us to be done when we wanted to done and have to clean our plates, we never really manage to understand when we're full, right? So the mind body connection is so important. I always talk about that. And when someone tell me I have to keep eating when I personally feel like I'm full and I have to continue stuffing myself, that's it. I lost the connection between understanding when am I full and when I'm not. I'm just eating now to eat because that's what I'm told to do. So it starts from little things like that, right? Now, for me, like I said, my mom's love language was food. So, I wanted to make sure I make her happy. So I ate because I wanted her love, right? And if she's mad at me or anything like that, I go to food. If there's anything that I feel like might be taking away from me, even from her, even if she's upset or anything like that, I don't want her to take her love away. I don't want her to take the food away. And she would never do that, right? But this is a child's mind. So I would go and eat and I would constantly go for the food, and it can look very different to many people. Everyone has their own personal journey with food. I truly believe that our relationship with food is literally the most toxic relation. Like if it was a man or a woman, we would have dropped them a long time ago. We love food. We're obsessed with food. We hate food. We spend our best money in restaurants on food, yet after we eat we can't stand it and we shouldn't have ate it. Like, just think about it, how our relationship with food from the basis of it can be so unhealthy without even realize it. Like, how can I love something so much yet, you know, deem it or speak badly about it just because it's like, oh, I shouldn't eat it. I hate that food, or it makes me feel so terrible. Yet we keep going and we keep eating it. That literally toxic pull and push energy that we have with food is something I think that we all should acknowledge, because it's our relationship with that one thing that is here with us from day zero till day gone, right? That's the one thing that we are having a constant relationship with. It's not dependent on anyone else. It's not like, oh yeah, I have my mom from day zero to day gone. No, she can pass before me. I have just like, it's not about the outside, it's about us. So we have to understand our relationship with food. I want to go back to the chat. I appreciate all the layers that you touch upon beauty of ourselves. Oh, thank you, beautiful Joanne, and thank you for being here. Good morning. Food was also focused in our family. Emotional eating with stress was a bag of chips. Yes, trust me, I know that. For me, I loved sugar and I loved candy, but I also loved, like, I really liked any kind of snack. I have literal memories of my mom telling me, like, what's going on? What is this? Like, are you a bottomless pit? Why are you eating so much? I was eating, emotionally eating, when things were stressing me out. And you guys know I shared in the past here in the show about the trauma that I had with my father growing up. So everything kind of went together. Growing up into my teenage years, right? And like, gotta make sure you look good. And I always did because I was a dancer. I danced for 13 years. Any kind of dancing you can imagine. I did, from classic ballet to pointy ballet to funky jazz to modern jazz, really did it all. So my body managed to stay constantly fit and, looking good. But again, that hourglass shape that everybody teased me on, I had my own issues with it. And so growing up more and kind of starting to pay attention to boys or girls and what they say about me, it started drilling in my head. And then in my environment, my very close environment, I saw an eating disorder that I didn't even know was an eating disorder. I want to bring a quote, one of the quotes I here. Where are you, beautiful quote? Here. And Michael, this is answering, I think, for you too. When you stress eating, and like I said, it's all about the mindset, this is something to remember. Eating disorder recovery becomes possible when you keep making the right decision over and over. With time, these decisions become automatic. And that's really what it's about, just teaching ourselves day in, day out, day in, day out, what is right for us to do. I know it's not easy. And again, I'm not coming here as a doctor. There are, again, so many layers to eating disorder. I can just speak from my own personal journey. And my personal journey included, journaling, included meditation, it included the self-awareness journey. That's where it started. I had to see myself because, like I said, in my very close surroundings, I saw an eating disorder. I saw bulimia. Now, mind you, I never even knew that existed, right? And that's, you can see it a lot. People don't even understand or are aware what eating disorders look like. And it can look like so many different things. I can tell you right now, hi, my name is Lulu-Lee and I have an eating disorder because it's not about what we eat most of the time, it's how we eat it, how much we eat it. So I can have my diet is very clean. I shared with you. You saw my in my kitchen and you're going to see it again today. But I nibble constantly. I constantly touch on food. My hand is constantly in the table, or my portions are way more than what I need to eat. And I'm full. I am full. When I tell you I'm full. I can feel it in my body that I'm full. But in my mind, I want to eat something. So I'll get up to the kitchen. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that pattern of behavior. We'll open the cabin, we'll open the refrigerator, we'll look and try to see what is there that that might be interesting for us to have too. And it's never about hunger, it's about here telling us we should eat something. Now, a lot of times for me, I can tell you, it wasn't necessarily stress, or it wasn't like depression. If I'm sad, I'm not eating at all. If I'm extremely happy, I'm not eating at all. I'm inspired, I'm not eating. I'm not hungry. I'm eating when I am trying to work on something, create something, and I don't know how to bring it, forward, or I'm in my head thinking I won't be able to do it. I don't know how to do it. I never done it before. So then the procrastination starts, and that's where my eating disorder start showing and raising its ugly head, because now all of a sudden I'm hungry. All of a sudden, I need to go to the kitchen. And it's not like taking a snack. Oh, no, now I'm going to make myself a whole meal, right? And so there goes an hour and a half of my time that was supposed to be uh, focused and dedicated to my work and the things that I'm trying to do. Yet my procrastination and my insecurity and my self-doubt brought me to the kitchen, and this is what happened between the cooking time, the eating time, the flossing time. You know, I burned an hour and a half or 2 hours of my time where I should have done something totally different. So it really can come in so many different ways. And again, I would love for you to share uh your relationship with food. What do you feel about it? Like I said, I just gave us four little options: complicated, emotional, healthy, or we're cool. And like Halo said, she's all of the above. I feel the same way. Some days it's like this, and some days it's like that. In my 20s, I saw bulimia and I became bulimic, not even knowing what does that mean, right? And for those of you who don't know what bulimia is, it's when you eat and you stuff yourself, and then you go out and you vomit it and you purge everything. Um, it's the craziest thing to do, really, but at the same time, you make yourself believe that you have to do it because I'm full. Like, oh my God, I ate too much. I have to throw up. Of course, you have to throw up because you ate too much. Why did you eat too much to begin with? You know what I mean? And I would go and I would do it regularly. all the time. Um, the acid used to start messing with my teeth already, and it wasn't healthy for my body. And even my friends started like telling me like, you know what you're doing is like, I don't think that's healthy. I don't think that's normal. And I'm like, no, I know, but like I don't know what to do because I'm like, I'm so full. And they're like, maybe you should eat less. I'm like, yeah, I tried, but I still get full. I still throw up. No, I don't. If I ate normally, I wouldn't. But it was, I think, a combination of an emotional time in my life where I was going through a lot of changes. I just moved to the States. I was in my 20s. I was looking for work. um, I think I went through a breakup. I'm not 100% sure. It was somewhere after like my first boyfriend, first sexual experience. I was a virgin till I was like 19. So all of it was kind of all together, came together, and I was just trying to learn myself and then seeing that beautiful person that's close to me doing the same thing. And I looked up to her. I was like, okay, if she's doing it, I can do it. And it was like regularly, it's like literally almost every other meal. And at some point, I started realizing that I kind of like don't want to do it anymore. I remember my girlfriend, we went to have sushi. I think we spent like $120 on sushi. Went to this fancy restaurant in Boston and I ate everything. Like literally, I don't know where I shoved all that food, but I ate everything. And when we came home, of course, the first thing I did was like literally parked up the stairs straight to the bathroom, purging. And I came out of the bathroom and she was like, you realize you just threw up $120, right? Like you can't even enjoy what you spend your money on. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So we both, and she had her own issues with food. She never had like an eating disorder. And again, there's so many different ways and layers for eating disorders. From it's not just anorexia or bulimia. There's so many different levels. It can be, not eating for many hours, or stress eating, like Michael said, or like Joanne said, the emotional eating. So that's all. Relationship with food, like I said, is probably one of the most toxic relationships we have, and we have to fix it. We have to heal it. If we enjoy it, if we want to go to a restaurant and spend our money on food, if we feel like it's something that brings us together, right? We make a beautiful meal, we sit with our friends, we sit with our family, yet 5 minutes afterwards oh my god, I'm so full, I shouldn't have ate it, I hate that, this, I can't stand that. It doesn't make sense that we love food so much, yet we abuse and use it in such a way. So that toxic relationship with food is something that we have to see within ourselves and something that we have to heal. And it can start with little things, and it's all about self-awareness. That's why I always tell you, like, this is what inspirational beauty and layers of beauty is all about, is aligning those self-development methods with your outer beauty. When I look at myself in the mirror, like I read you in that little poem a minute ago, I want to make sure that what I look at I love and I feel that it's all right. But it has to come with the mindset, it has to come with the work from the inside. It has to make sure I have to make sure that you know I trust my understanding of my relationship with food, and have to see myself that when things don't align, or when I do eat too much or I don't eat enough, what why is it? What just happened? What did I feel? What did I go through? What kind of a situation happened? Just always keeping an eye on myself to understand myself better. So my friend that I lived with, the same thing, like we would like eat, we could have in one day McDonald's, Taco Bell, uh, I don't pizza, snacks. I would go into like the deli or the corner store, 20, $30 on just like Kit Kat, Snickers, whatever. Candy, 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 all that, just dropped so much money. And then every once in a while we get upset at ourselves and we'll put all the snacks and all the junk food in garbage bags, throw it out, and be like, no, we're going to do better. But we really didn't do better because we didn't change this. right? We try to change our environment by throwing things out, which is good. It is the first step. I do it till this day. I know that certain things I don't want to buy. I don't want them here. I don't want them in front of me because I know maybe I have a certain weakness to them, and it's okay. It's okay to admit to ourselves what we can and cannot do, right? What's our struggles. So that's like stress eating too. If I know I'm stressed, what can I do to help myself? Breathe, stop for a second before I run to my automatic reaction to do this thing that I always do. I gotta pause. And if I know stress is what runs me into eating, Michael, in answer to your question, then I want to find new solutions to deal with my stress. And then it'll be easier for me to not go straight to food when I'm stressed. Um, Guys, please share stuff in the live chat too. I love to hear from you. I know I'm on a ramp here talking because I don't have a guest and there's not many segments, but I do want to hear from you. This is, it's very important for me to share this because I work with young girls, I work with young women, I work with older women, and so many of us, most of us, in my opinion, 99% of us, really, it's just the 1% either don't talk about it or don't understand it. But there are people who have a beautiful relationship with food. I know I have friends. I have a couple of friends that I see them and I always look at them and they're like, girl, like, why is I'm like, it's been like that my whole life. And it's dumbfounding to them that I have to, pay attention to what I eat, how much I eat, why I eat it. Like I said, I went on this journey just not too long ago where I dove deep into it. I minimized, really like cleaned and minimized what I was eating down to specific things and minimum calories just because I wanted to understand what's triggering to me, right? And I saw myself. I saw how I was just dying to choose something. I'm always looking for something to, to munch on and to nibble on. And it's it's just such an incredible, revelation. Self-awareness journey in general is the most beautiful thing we can give ourselves. That's our road for self-actualization. We can only become who we know we can become by seeing ourselves in our journey so we can heal constantly. I see, let's see. Joanne said, I love food. It's so hard. I know. Halo says, wow, this is crazy. It's beautiful that you made such a change. Thank you. I'm still working on it. Trust me, I'm still working on it. Did I get any help? I never actually seek professional help, I must admit. I do have a number for you guys, though, here that I'm going to post. If anybody or anybody that needs the help, please. There are so many different hotlines out there. But I never seek professional help. I was always the one to do the personal work and to dig with myself. I really started right there and then in my bulimia time is where everything started in my self-awareness and spiritual journey, I guess, 20 some years ago. And so that's when I started seeing myself and understand that I can't do it. It's not healthy. I'm abusing my body. This is not normal. Taking the snacks out of the house. Okay, that's one step, but why? Why am I purging? Why am I eating so much? Why do I eat so much junk when I'm not even hungry? You know what I mean? Like, I have such vivid and clear memories of myself eating a whole Philly cheesesteak, right? For those of you who don't know, that's like this big of a sandwich with meat and cheese and veggies and sauces and whatever, and then finish it and in a half hour have pizza. And it's like, why? How? Where are you shoving all of this, right? Or I would drive from work and I would get Burger King and I will put the bag next to me. And God forbid I would have to wait till I get home to eat. I wanted to eat it right now. So I would prepare everything in the passenger side and I'll have like literally I'll open all the ketchup bags and I'll open all the mayonnaise bag and my fries will sit there and my drink will be there. And I would drive with one hand and eat with the other hand. And every time I had a minute to pause or red light or slow traffic, I would take that mayonnaise. I'll put mayonnaise and take a bite. Mayonnaise, bite. And it's like, you think about it, you can say, yeah, oh my God, so yummy. Yeah, but how much? How often? Why? Those are the questions that you need to ask yourself in order to understand. So for me, I never really got help, professional help. I always had the support. My sisters are my number one support. We go on journeys constantly together. The last journey I did with my sister. We had our own little WhatsApp group. We journaled every day. We checked in with each other every day. An accountability partner is incredible. I can't even tell you how many revelations we received just by helping one another, and asking each other about how we feel, what comes up. And for us, of course, it was even easier because we grew up in the same home. So we kept reminding each other, remember when mom used to do this? Or remember when dad used to say that? And it kind of like started bringing all these memories from my subconscious mind, like sitting with a bag of bazookas, the big bag of bazookas, 20 something pieces of gum, and I ate all of them in like 7 minutes, maybe, just chewing, swallowing, chewing. Why? Who's running after you? Who's going to take it away from you, my love? Nobody. But that was the fear constantly that food might be taking away because I connected food with love, and that's what I knew. So that's how it was. I'm going to show you me, myself, and I. Um, by the way, did I mention that this is where we are? I had to bring in this segment. Where is this image? Here we go. So this is me. Wait, I'm gonna minimize myself. Tiny, tiny, tiny in the middle. So the blue one, the black hair that traumatized beautiful girl over on the upper, I don't know for you if it's right or left, but the blue background, white button shirt. That was my senior year in high school picture. To the side of it, where I have a white tank top and curly hair, this is my most obese time. This is when I was bulimic. And the craziest part of it all is you throw up because you want to be skinny, yet you stuff yourself so much that you don't even really get to look the way you want to look, and you're not healthy. It's unhealthy for the mind, unhealthy for the body, unhealthy for the spirit, the soul, all of it, right? So this is this is me, and you can see in this little one right here where I'm sitting, I have a cracker in my mouth, and my hand is actually filled with more of them. And that's the funny part. Like, that's how I remember myself. No matter what, I always had something in my hand. And in the other one, when I'm like half naked over here, hey, I have a bag of what used to be my favorite snack as a little girl, and it's like soup croutons. And I used to go everywhere with them. Now, if you heard me talk about my journey with sugar, and I'm going to go back to this picture in a second. Collage. Um, you heard me say that I used to have candy under my pillow, and I will wake up in the middle of the night and I'll pop a few candies and go back to sleep. If you haven't heard it, you will hear it. I think I have it in the food segment, but it was a thing. And when I went on this journey of healing my relationship with food, and again, like I said, the journaling, the meditation, all those things, they help because they bring up stuff that you think you forgot, but this box, beautiful box right here in the back, is bringing everything up because it knows what you're looking for. So it will help you in finding it through dreams, through meditation, moments of inspiration. Just find stillness and silence, and you'll see, you'll understand, you'll figure it out. Don't dismiss memories that come up. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning, and you will understand why it aligns with what you're trying to understand. But that bag of little soup croutons, I had it where we were over there is my dad's army base. We went over there for the weekend to spend the weekend with him. It was like a family weekend thing. And I remember getting one from the base kitchen. The little girl, oh, I love it. Yeah, gave me a bag. When I tell you I did not let go of that bag for the life of me, and it was under my pillow, and I forgot all about it. Like I remembered it when I was younger and I was always laughing at it, but with time I kind of forgot about it. And then when I started this journey again of understanding my relationship with food, all of a sudden talking about the candy that was under my pillow brought me right back to those soup crackers that were under my pillow. So you can see that that's something that 4 or 5 years old. That's even before my dad's accident. Like I said, that was in the army base where he served. So that was before that trauma. Our relationship with food doesn't necessarily have to start from trauma. It has to start from our environment and what they teach us about food. And we're all victims of victims. I see what I'm doing or what I did to my children. Now that I'm more aware, I'm trying to heal it and fix it. But I would pack my daughter's plate like no other. For what? She's 4, she's 5. Why does she need to eat so much food, right? But this is what I knew, and this is what I've learned, and this is what I saw. So this is what I did. And same thing. She's ready. Ima, I'm full, or my son says I'm full, and the first thing, that scarcity mindset pops right in. But why? There's only 3 bites left. You don't want to finish it? Go ahead, finish it. Why does she need to finish it? Because you don't want to throw it out? Because you have a scarcity mindset that you grew up with that, God forbid, will throw away food? Because many of us grew up, again, it's about being grateful for what we have. So you sit down and you eat and you finish what's in your plate and you don't throw away food. But I'm full. I'd rather have it in the garbage than have it here damage my mind, body, and soul. That's what I mean when I say the relationship with food can be toxic on so many levels that we have to heal it. Let me go back to the chat and then I'm gonna go back to the picture. Hello, my beautiful friend Christian. The mindful journey is incredible. Loving the untold story, beautifully expressed. Thank you, my darling. Christian is the one that. Wait, before I go to the picture, I am going to do this real quick. And this right here that you see all the time, that's his creation, my guy. And I love him for that. He helped me create the Inspirational Beauty with Lulu-Lee logo. And you should, where is Christian? I have you here somewhere. There we are. You gotta scan that QR code and find Christian and see whatever you need from him. He's a musicianal artist, he's incredible, incredible soul, incredible human, graphic designer. I adore him and I admire him. He read my mind. He worked with me so beautifully. I love you and thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate you for being here. Um, so yeah, so let me go back to that picture real quick because I want to put an emphasis on that one, that girl, that butt naked girl in the corner. This how oh God, I keep moving around. Never mind. This is how healing actually looks like because I went from hating my body, abusing my body, damaging my body, not feeling comfortable in my body. And of course, it showed up in many different ways. My relationship with myself, my relationship with men, looking for attention, looking for, all of a sudden when you don't like your body, you want validation from outside and you want to make sure people think you're pretty or people think this. So all of it. But this right here, that girl you see on the side, and that image is actually in my opening song too. That was it healed me. That was the journey I took when that was my first ever boudier photo shoot where I just wanted to do something for me and I wanted to prove to myself that I'm good. I am good with who I am. It wasn't actually, you know what? I'll take it back. It wasn't even proving to myself. I wanted to celebrate myself because I couldn't believe that the girl that hated herself so much, and people used to tell me. I remember coming back from a trip in the state, and I ate my way into emotional. I was by myself. I went to junk food. That was my first time in America, like really into it on my own, living on my own. God help me. This culture here of junk food, I always used to laugh that you see a commercial for junk food and a commercial for medication. like literally one after the other. That's America. Pizza, Taco Bell. Oh, you need this for blood clot. Oh, you need this for heart disease. Of course, I need this for this because you feed me constantly all of this. And a meal in McDonald's can cost you $2. Go try to buy an organic salad. That's $15. So people can afford to live healthy. So we have to start the change from here because if we are aware of ourselves, it's going to be easier for ourselves, right? And that picture, that moment was a moment for me because I really felt like it's time to celebrate. Like I started saying, I came back from America and everybody was like, I think you left your suitcases behind you, because my butt was so big and everybody. So I got bullied. I was called Lulu with the big butt in high school. You know what I mean? That was like a thing. So those things affect you. And if you're not going to be the one looking at it and healing it, nobody else will, unless you reach for help, of course. And that is something that I hope you do if you need it. Um, Thank you. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate you. I'm assuming you're talking about the picture. You know what's funny? And we're gonna go into the segment, the in my kitchen segment in 2 minutes. But I want to show you something. This was my peak moment of self-love journey from someone who really couldn't stand how she looked, was insecure, did all the things she did to her body, like I said, from purging, from throwing up, from all of those things, to someone who's confident, right? Who shows herself on social media half naked. Like I never even wore shorts. That's how crazy it is. And yet, here I am, like half naked. You can see the silhouette in the back of me. And this whole calendar, I did a sensual goddess calendar because I wanted to celebrate me and I wanted to give women the ability to see how we can go from one end to another if we really take the time to heal and do the work and do the work and do the work. Nothing comes easy, but you got to do the work. So this is, and it's crazy because it's beautiful. It has poetry and it has many different things, but I'll show you one image that makes me always laugh and kind of proud of myself for the journey from someone who was so ashamed of her body and her butt because everybody kept telling me that it's horrible and it's so big and I should hide it and I should do something with it. This is December, my beautiful people. That's that right there is December, flaunting it loud and proud because I am. And I still do, and I still work on myself, right? I had a moment yesterday that I felt like I ate too much, and I was like, why? Now I'm nauseous. So it's a never ending, you know, process, but you can do it. You can do it. You just have to do the work. I am going to upload the video because last time when it was waiting for me, if you were here in the kitchen, it went crazy on us. So I'm going to do it right this second. There we go. I want to tell you to, um, you know, turn the volume down a little bit because the mic is right on me and I wasn't used to it. So I'm speaking a little louder. I want to read this message too. Every healing journey must be combined with a mental process. It is the foundation for personal empowerment. And in my opinion, without it, one cannot truly achieve complete healing. Um, Absa freaking lutely. Mind body connection. It's the emotional, it's the mental. Thank you, Ty and Seedy. That's the name. Of so, yeah, thank you for this beautiful comment and those beautiful, truthful words. I truly appreciate them. I was trying to keep this, as light as possible. I know it feels like it's a whole episode, me talking about myself, but it's me talking about my personal journey, trying to help you see you maybe in me and in my journey, relate or just understand that there's so many different things that can happen when it comes to eating disorder and you can heal from it because it's nothing is forever. So I'm going to go to my kitchen, and then we're going to come back for a couple more quotes and before we're going to say goodbye. And please, I'm still here in the background, so if you want to share anything with me, I would love to hear from you. So without further ado, let's get some healthy desserts in here. Hello again, my beautiful people. Inspirational Beauty with Lulu-Lee, bringing you into my personal kitchen. So you see my Ninja. There's a few different items in here that are going to be incorporated and made into two different desserts. One is our classic oatmeal and raisin cookies, and the second one is the peanut butter power balls. I love both of those desserts. Sometimes they're, the cookies are good just in the morning if I feel like having something with my coffee. Like I mentioned before, I don't do caffeine, but I do fake coffees. And then the power balls are great. I always bring them to get-togethers. It's cute. It's perfect amount of sweetness and perfect amount of dessert for someone that's just trying to munch on something. People love them. So I'm going to show you how I make both today, probably separately, not together. So we will have two desserts, but no, I'm just joking. Anyways, so I'm going to start. So both of those have oats in them, rolled oats. I'm going to actually use my measuring cup, which is very hard for me because I don't measure anything. I cook like my mom used to cook. We call it by the eye cooking. That's like the actual translation. It's just you measure with your eye. But there's 1 cup of gluten-free oats. I'm actually going to do, see, because I never measure, I don't know how much I usually put. But it looks like I would put 1.5 cups. Yeah, that's more like it. So apparently it's 1.5 cups of oats. I'm going to use dates for the texture and the sweetener, and of course all of its nutritional benefits. So I use date paste. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. I know people a lot of time in social media boil their medjool dates or put them in hot water to make them softer. I don't go through all that. I just buy date paste, 100% natural, no added sugar. Usually for this recipe, I do about 1/4 of, is it 1/4 or 1/3, Brega? It's 1/4, right?
I'd call that
a third.
Probably a third.
Yeah, a little less than a third.
Less than a third.
Yeah, okay. So something between 1/4 and 1/3. But I do, from what I know, like seriously, from like measuring, I believe if you're using medjool dates, it's about 8 dates from my research for this show. So I just put that in, and then I use, see how many in here? 1, 2, 3, yeah. And medjool dates are pretty big too, so let me rinse my hands. My next step is my peanut butter. Now that's really going to be hard with the amount. Let's try to see if I can do that, because usually it's like, yeah, all right, good enough. I would say maybe 1/3 cup. Where are you? 1/4, 1/2. Where's the third? 1/3. Nah, probably more like 1/2. Let's see. No, 1/3. Yeah. So 1/3 cup of peanut butter. See, when you cook with me, it's all experimental. This is no acting like I know what I'm doing. This is just acting like I know what I'm tasting. And I know what it's going to happen is going to be good. So that's what I'm sharing with you. But I'm not a food blogger. I just try to encourage you to eat healthy and share my life with you so you can see there can be other options too. So I'm going to need my little spatula. But yeah, that's, or I'll just use the knife. Because if I'm going to try to move the lights now and Brega to get the spatula, Lord, it's not going to be good.
I didn't prepare. Forgot about that. Forgot I need to measure the peanut butter, you know? Okay, so there's a little bit more on the bottom. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Uh, wait, that's too big of a spoon. Okay. Ooh, nice breeze. Nice breeze. I just turned on the fan effect. Okay, so that's our peanut butter. And now I'm going to use agave syrup. You can do maple or agave. I like agave because it's less prominent with its flavor. So I do 1 tablespoon. I think I do 2. Let me see. So I do 1 tablespoon and probably 1 teaspoon. That will be the measure. Oh, I should write this down. Now I actually have an actual recipe. And then I add cinnamon. Let's just say it's 1 teaspoon cinnamon. All right. Let me make my life easier, people. Or 1/2 teaspoon or something like that. That's about it. That's all the ingredients we have. Now, if you like it very mushy, you can add a little bit of your plant-based milk. I don't mind it when it's crunchy, so I leave it like that. And I blend. Off it goes to the blender. Shoot, shoot. Pulse. Stay on that. I got my spatula. Okay, so you gotta mix it up because it will get stuck on the bottom because it's thick and the dates have the tendency to stick to the bottom. So just mix it up a little bit and then blend it a little more. This dessert definitely needs a high-speed blender. Okay, let me move this away. You never turned the phone over there, brother. All right. So I prepared ahead of time some coconut flakes. Again, this is key. Where is it? No added sugars. No added sugars. Keep that in your mind. Try to avoid added sugars. When you start looking to see at the nutritional facts for added sugars, you'll be amazed how much and in what. Literally, they put added sugars in everything, which is insane. So, and the percentage of it too, it's like, why? For what? So I try to stay away from that, and I actually keep in mind that's like the one thing I look for all the time. I don't even everything for me is unsweetened, no added sugars, and I enjoy it because then I add my own, like I add maple or agave, so it's an added sugar, but it's not the industrial added sugar, because when they add sugar it might be corn syrup or regular sugar. In here I just add natural sources of sugar, which I'm okay with, you know. I love it when the people try to be cute and they're like, so wait, you said you don't eat sugars. Why you eat fruit? Because I eat fruit because it's natural sugar. So, you know, don't try to be cute. I still eat stuff, but I eat it the healthy version. I try to eat the healthy version of it. All right, so we're going to wet our hands for this texture. I usually mix it up a little bit like that. If I take it to guests, I make sure my hands are clean. Don't worry. But this is for me and Brega don't mind. But like all the dates are on the bottom. So I kind of like lift it up to make a paste. You can move it to another bowl. You don't have to. But this is kind of the consistency that you're going to get. It's a little crummy. But I like it. If you add the milk, it won't look like that. It would look much smoother. Let me wash my hand again. And that's it. You're going to take a little bit. You're going to squeeze it together. You're going to roll a ball. You're going to put coconut. And you're going to set it to the side. It's messy and it's fun. And it reminds me of when I was a little girl making those cookie chocolate bowls with my mama. And I cannot tell you gram wise, every ball has 15 grams of protein, 5 grams, I don't know. But I know it does have protein in it. It does have natural sugar in it. And it has yummy things in it. And that's it. You guys asked for me to show you how I cook. That's how I cook. Maybe one day somebody will be like, all right, let's make a cookbook from everything you're making. And I'll tell you all the nutritional facts, the exact thing that you have in your food. That would be exciting to learn. Because I wouldn't mind learning. I'm sure I can. If I wanted to, I can Google and like make it more precise to where I'll know exactly. But I'm not there right now. I got too much going on in my life to worry about exactly how many grams of protein are in each protein bowl. I just want to enjoy it with my cup of coffee. And know that it's healthy and yummy. And then I chose something better for myself rather than a cupcake or a muffin or a croissant, you know? So that's what my focus is on. Not how many grams of protein, but the fact that it has protein and not junk. When I make the cookies too, the oatmeal cookies, their base is bananas. So, you know, some people sometimes say, you know, bananas has a lot of sugar in it. Their glycemic value is high. Might be. But I'd rather eat 2 bananas than eat an ice cream bar or a candy bar. Or me personally, any kind of candy possible made to mankind, I would eat. I loved sugar, like straight up sugar. Like my favorite things are Skittles and Starburst and lollipops and Now and Later and lemon heads and what's the name of them fish, Brega? Swedish fish. Yes, Lord. I love me some Swedish fish. I'll fight with it in my teeth for hours, but I enjoy it so much. I always tell it because people don't believe me how much I was obsessed with it. When I tell you the mind power is everything, and you can become everything you believe about yourself. Everything you choose to believe about yourself, you can become. Don't listen to your own definitions of self. You can change them at any moment. I slept with Skittles under my pillow. I would wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, pop a couple, enjoy, and go back to sleep. And the sour Skittles too, so I would feel that lemon salt in my mouth for hours later. It was crazy. You guys don't even understand. Oh my God, I was insane when it comes to candy. I remember one time my best friend saw me eating, like, you know, in Christmas they have the sticks, the mint sticks, and I took one and I took the cellophane off and I just straight up bit on it. And she was terrified. Like the look in her eyes, she was like, did you just do that? I'm like, yeah, what's the problem? She's like, why are you eating candy like that for real? I'm like, yeah, why? What's the problem? She's like, what do you mean? What's the problem? You don't see the problem with chewing candy like that? I'm like, no. Oh my God. But, you know, nonetheless, my mom spent all of her salary at the dentist with me. But, you know, thank God I'm here. I'm here now. And I'm sure she's looking at me from up above, very proud that I finally woke up and stopped. Now I'm trying to work on my son because my son is the version of me when I was young. That boy. Between the Twizzlers and the candies and the lollipops, God help me. But I can't hate on him because I know the vibes. So it's very hard to become the parent now in the situation, trying to tell him to not eat when I know how much I used to eat. Scrunch, scrunch, roll, roll. See, it has bumps. The perfect, imperfect bowl. Because it's not about perfection, it's about how it tastes. Remember? In this community, it's not about perfection, it's about connection. And if we can connect through food and healthy food, I'm happy to be here for that and to serve you in that way and share with you my journey of health and, you know, not to tell you, you need to do this and this and this. Just know there are other ways, you know, and open that window of options to your mind to show you that even if you were obsessed with sugar, you can change. Even if your life was hot dog and chicken nuggets, you can become vegan. Even if your life was sushi, you can become vegan. I still can't believe I haven't had sushi in almost 3 years. That to me is dumbfounding. Probably sometimes more than the sugar. But hey, here we are. So believe what you choose to believe about yourself. Everybody at some point, we all went through something that we, you know, when we look back, we're like, man, I did that. And that's something that can lead you on your road to remind yourself that when you thought you couldn't, you got out of that situation, you made it happen, you conquered it, and you know, you can become the version of yourself that you see in your mind. You want to stop smoking? Stop smoking. I stopped smoking cold turkey. People don't believe me, think I'm crazy. I didn't believe me. I thought I was crazy, but I did. I just decided I'm done with it, and I was done. I know it's not that easy, but at the same time, sometimes it really is. You just have to reach that decision, and you just have to really make it. You know, leverage helps. Of course, cancer really helped in my case, which is sugar, but um, it's more than that. It's deeper than that. It's the understanding and the belief and the knowing that I want to be a better version of me. I don't want to wish I could. Well, I wish I could, I can. So why not? You know? So now we got a healthy snack. So we're going to turn off the video because me and him about to go eat. We got a whole meal. No, we're going to turn the video. We're going to prepare for the oatmeal cookies. I'm probably going to show it to you guys in different shows and different segments, not all in one. But I'm excited to share another recipe with you guys. Till later. Many blessings.
There we go. A natural peanut power bowl. I have the recipe, of course, for you guys. So let me put it up real quick so you can enjoy it. Take a picture if you may, so you can have it. Um, you know what's funny? I'm not going to put myself on the screen because you don't need my face if you're taking a picture of the recipe. But when I was filming that, it was prior to the last journey I did with food. And I actually became one of those who count calories and protein grams and giving myself the time and the attention to know, even on that level. Yes, it's important. I wanted to know what I put in my body on that level. And I'm entering a new journey soon, too, of really understanding, clean eating, just because, sometimes I suffer from bloating. So I want to know, is it what I'm eating? Is it how much I'm eating? Again, our relationship with food is a constant dynamic. I'm never going to say battle because it should not be battle. We should not be battling or fighting with ourselves, especially with the thing that's supposed to give us the nutrient that we need in order to thrive in this life. So, I appreciate you guys for being here. I am going to thank you. You're welcome. I hope you like it. I hope you guys going to try it, of course. And if you try it, let me know. Don't forget to chat with Lulu-Lee, you guys. Let me know if you like, what's going on. I always want to hear from you guys. Where is it? There we go. Chat with Lulu-Lee at gmail.com. I'm always here to hear your suggestions, to hear, your recommendations on what you need, what you want to see. If you have anything you want to offer. My last quote for today: beauty is healing and healing is beautiful. Stay in the process. That's a quote by me. Hey. I want to say thank you too to my team Brega that was filming me and making me laugh constantly. This man, I love him. Scan his QR code, go to his IG, give him a follow, connect with him, especially if you're in the New York area and you need him. And I want to thank Classic Material for dressing me for all my food segments. I love y'all. Great clothing brands, so check them out. And I haven't mentioned my wonderful, wonderful friend Marcus, but that motivational photographer, that my picture with the mug and so many other images that you see of me, that's all him. He is my go-to photographer. I love him to death. He's part of my team, and show him love, scan his QR code, check him out. Great, great man. Thank you again for making this episode, easier. Hi, Tamara. Happy to see you here. Kind of a lighter. I know I'm past the hour, way past the hour, but I was just on a roll when I was talking, and it is such a important conversation. So I didn't want to rush myself. I took my time and I spoke as much as I wanted about it. And we're going to probably touch on it again soon. And if you have any questions, please, feel free and to email me about it. I also put that hotline. I'm going to put it again. If you know anybody that needs help, this is a number here in the States. So if you're somewhere outside of America, please Google in your area. There's always help. Like I said, it might be a mental and an emotional disorder, not just physical. That's why the episode is called Mind Diet, because it all starts from here, but there is help. And if you're not, the one to do the work on yourself, get the help. Don't be ashamed. You deserve to live healthy. You deserve to live happy. You deserve to feel comfortable in your own body. I'm going to end with this. With curls for a crown and a beautiful gown, she stood there staring at her own reflection. She knew who she was, no need for protection. In her power, she stands, wings fully spread, soaring high. Join me, love. Let's journey together. Let's fly. So I invite you to journey with me constantly, and let's fly together and make this life the most beautiful one we can have, and healthy, and stay consistent on our road to wellness. Thank you so much. My kindness people are, I can't count them people, but my care bears are there. Stay kind, be healthy, be happy, be joyous. I appreciate you giving me your one commodity that you can never get back, which is your time. It is absolutely appreciated. I'm grateful for you, and I hope to see you here again next week. I have my guest next week. You have to join. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm out of time. You're going to see it if you're on the promotional list. You're going to see it. If you're not and you want to get promotions, please email me, and you'll get emails constantly about the show. This woman is incredible. We're going to talk about courageous speaking and tie it into mindfulness, tie it into wellness. It's going to be awesome. So I'll see you guys next week. Till later. Many blessings. Bye.
Show me life, show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. Show me light, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me light.